You good? Yeah. All right. So one thing I just want to talk about a bit is again the hypocrisy America showed during this war, because they're all talking about fighting for liberty. This is something that's like can be found in Wilson's war speech and Johnny Got His Gun, but Johnny Got His Gun takes it and says, whose liberty are we fighting for? Because everybody has their own definition of liberty based on their morals and their values and how their life has been. So again, it's like, whose liberty were they fighting for? And liberty in America is based off freedom, and freedom, like freedom to express yourself, freedom to express your views. And John Meintz, I think is how you say it. He's one of the sources we had in the Schoology documents. It's a picture of him after being tarred and feathered, all because he didn't support the war bonds, even though that was him expressing his political views. And he didn't, and that was just him not supporting it by not buying one. So someone actively like discouraging it would have been probably treated a lot worse. So it's very hypocritical, because he's not even being allowed to express freedoms that are supposed to be inalienable and supposed to be guaranteed on U.S. citizenship.
That piece, it says, it just, for the description, it says tarred and feathered man not supporting war bonds. And what is not supporting them? Because that's very vague. It doesn't state directly that he said something bad. Because supporting could be like not supporting it as a full-on advocate, or just like not participating, be like, well, why didn't you buy a bond?
Yeah,
No, I didn't want to.
I'm pretty sure one of the teachers, I can't remember whether it was Miss Bach or Miss Wallace, said it's just because he didn't buy a war bond when they were selling them. Go ahead, Chris.
Was this before the Sedition Act? Did he get imprisoned for that?
This was probably after it.
But they never said anything on any on the definitions talking about you can get tarred and feathered for it. But
Well, that
was just people.
that was just people. That wasn't actually.
Where do you point to tarred?
I think it was like also you're saying it's like it's very hypocritical that like the government like says all these things, and like I think they're almost like cowardly in how they like say it. Like even with the like Sedition Act, like they're basically like don't want attacks against them, so like going to war so that they can actually punish people for like staying out of freedom of speech. And then like with that case, like also like that dude, like he spoke out about the war, but he like wrote against the like I guess when it comes to point of danger. But like with the Sedition Act, like they're saying they can punish people for the causation of that war.
And then also along the irony lines, Wilson's war message, he talks a lot about like peace, like going to war to create an overall peace, which is what he really advocates for. So this quote from that says, steadfast commitment for peace can never be maintained except by partnerships of democratic nations. And so it's just so ironic, because how can they speak of peace when there's so many problems at the home front, such as like the huge violence that is rising with the discrimination between like black people, the Germans were completely like just outlawed almost during this time. And then
Yeah, so going off that, I kind of agree with you, and especially about that German part, because in one of the sources given to us, where it's titled "Nobody Would Eat Kraut," it talks about the discrimination a lot of German Americans faced, and how people treated them differently and hated them just because of their heritage. Even though they were American citizens, they most likely supported America in that war. It was an interview with Lola Gamble Clyde, in which she says, I remember when they smashed out store windows that said Kraut. And that's just showing that just even having any German associations to your shop could get property damage to you. If you had a very German last name, there was a chance you could most likely be ganged up on, attacked. just based off of your heritage, even though you're most likely an American, you've supported America, and you have American ideals.
Like propaganda.
Okay.
Like they advertise for like the war and like the war against Germany. Everyone's like, hey, people who like go to war against Germany. Oh, let's pick up the Germans that live in like the U.S.
People were real ignorant, and I think like the propaganda definitely changed the minds of people. So they're just doing stuff out of emotion, I guess you'd say.
Mm-hmm. Like throughout history, we've seen how effective propaganda can be in changing people's views. So, and definitely in World War I, America pumped out a lot of propaganda to try to gain public support for their involvement in the war, just so that way they could say we're justified, we're fighting for freedom and democracy, instead of actually being people criticizing it and looking at it like, oh, they're just doing it, say, for their economic interests, which definitely was a factor given that they had loaned to the Allied forces over $2 billion. So they would definitely have wanted their investment back, because $2 billion, that's a lot of money. What do you think? Operation. Maintain, I think. Good job.
I think we talked about a lot.
Good work, team.
We're the best group in here, no doubt, 100%. Pretty cocky.
Oh yeah.
Oh, snaps.